Hello, this is Darnell Sadler coming at you with a video on May 15th, 2018. I believe it could be a solution to the Boy Scouts letting the girls join the Boy Scouts. Let me give you a little brief history in case you don't know anything about Boy Scouting. Back in 1910, Lord Baden-Powell created the Boy Scouts in order to help young boys become men, teach them various skills and activities out in the wilderness that they could possibly use in their everyday life, and if they decide to join the military, still give them those basic skills. As time went on and the need for the programs changed, it has evolved to where it is today. The Boy Scouts of America, though, is now changing their name and changing their values, in my belief. Some people say it's just a name change. It's no longer the Boy Scouts of America. It is now Scouts in big letters and BSA in small letters, which tells me they're taking the focus off the boys and just trying to make this a gender-neutral scout program where young kids can learn leadership skills and experiences. So with that being said, though, some people have dedicated a lot of time, energy, and experience into the Boy Scouts, where this is what they believe in. When the program started and they were in it when they were young and now in it as an adult, they really believed in what it stood for. And as time changed and different programs came up so that we could make everyone happy and be politically correct, I really do feel it's been taken away from the program. I was a volunteer scout leader for 17 years, helped 17 young men make it to Eagle Scout, as well as countless other scouts just have an adventure of a lifetime in scouting, learning different things, being able to experience different experiences that they might not have gotten in their normal everyday life at home with mom and dad, or just mom or grandmom, whoever they live with. So now with the Boy Scouts letting girls join, it's to accommodate families that, are large and, are busy and don't want to split up the time. But the main reason is because the Boy Scouts have been losing membership. Ever since they started changing curriculums, changing outfits, changing their thoughts and beliefs of who can join, whether it be the Scouts or the Scout Masters, people have been saying, I'm not letting my son join that program, and membership has been declining. So now a group of people and a whole bunch of other people have this bright idea, thinking it's going to be a good thing to let the girls join the Boy Scouts. And when I told my troop and everybody that I'm stepping down as assistant scoutmaster, there was a lot of parents that were upset by it, because it's like, Mr. Sadler, you really are a true man. You stand for, your beliefs. You really help my son out. Other kids aren't going to get the opportunity to interact with you. How do you love this program so much just to walk away from it? But I don't really feel that I can stand in a Boy Scout uniform and stand there and say that I believe in what it stands for now. Now that I'm a father of a daughter, the main reason why I was in scouting, besides to give boys an opportunity that I missed out on when I was in scouting, was because I wanted to have a program still available. So if our family was blessed to have a son, I knew there was a program he could go and learn some things from other men other than me. But it doesn't look like that's going to ever happen at this point, because the way this program is, if I am ever blessed in the future to have a son, I don't think the Boy Scouts are going to exist. And when I've been sharing my thoughts and feelings with my friends, they're like, well, why don't you start your own thing? I've always wanted to be on Survivor, but I haven't been picked for that. They're like, well, why don't you start your own thing? And after thinking about it, I think we could start our own thing, because at this point, I can't take a lot of time away from my family, but I do feel strongly enough about this that I do want to put some time to it. But I thought we should maybe start a program, and it should be called The Adventure Men. And to mothers, fathers, real young boys who want a true program that is going to be for real boys and real men to keep the tradition of what it means to be a male in this men's group. It's not going to be a boys group. It's not going to be a gender kosher group. It's going to be a men's group, because even boys who know they're going to grow up to be men start off as boys, and I consider them all men. So this is a men's group called the Adventure Men. Just like the Scouts have the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, we're going to have something similar. I thought about all this because of my 17 years as a Scout leader. I still believe in those values. I still believe in what it takes to make a young boy into a man. And I know there's a lot of communities that want that same thing for their young men in their communities. So this Adventure Men program will kind of be set up like the Scouts, but not really. We will be able to do outdoor activities. We will be able to go camping, all that good stuff. But we'll also be able to do things within our community. We'll be able to go from one block, to the next neighborhood, maybe to another community, maybe to another state. Just different things to show these young men that there's reasons to grow big and strong and do your best in making yourself a productive gentleman for society. Going to make kids aware of their environment. In the Boy Scouts, they talk a lot about nature and outside and leave no trace and things of that nature. But this is going to apply everywhere. Their home, school, work, community. Instead of just throwing litter on the ground, you're going to look for a trash can. You're going to make sure your room is tidy and your area is clean and situated. Just these little basic things that should be standard and obvious. There's a lot of kids nowadays in different communities. They don't want to get out their house. They don't want to get dirty. They don't want to take things apart. They don't want to put things together. They don't want to go and explore and learn new things. They don't want to meet physical people in front of them. They want to do it over the Facebook or Instagram or video games, chatting online rather than a face-to-face conversation. We just want to text. They're taking analog clocks out of the classroom because they figure kids don't need it. They got their smartphones. They got their smartwatches. They got digital watches. They don't need to learn that stuff. I truly believe that this program, the Adventure Men that I'm thinking about, could be the program that parents want for their boys to truly become men. It's something I thought about, and I'm putting it out there. Again, I wish I had a son so that I could say the time that I take to do this is for my family, but I'm willing to pass it on that someone can do this. So here goes. Adventure Men. Our mission is to give every real boy a fighting chance to grow up in a safe and become a well-rounded gentleman for the future. We are respectful to all people from all walks of life. We have a love and understanding for our environment and will teach others who don't. I am looking forward to learning, growing, doing different things, and meeting some new people in different environments. So let's go and have fun and be safe. That's our mission. That would be like the Scout Oath. So our slogan, in a sense, which is like the Scout Law that I'm going to put here, is I am. And I am really stands for I Adventure Man, or I Adventure Men, in the title, Adventure Men. But I am is really the setup so that adults can teach boys that I am honest, able to help, not a bully, willing to learn, willing to teach, allowed to have fun, aware of my surroundings, responsible, protective, caring, understanding, careful, observant, thoughtful, and respectful. These are values that should not only be in the Boy Scouts, but they should just be in everyone's life. Everyone should be all these things. And I believe this is the time, now that the Boy Scouts are worried about membership and they want to pull this drastic move without talking to anybody who's been putting their blood, soul, time, and energy in this program to be what it is. If all male leaders, instructors, parents, mothers, fathers, true Boy Scouts that want a program where men can be men and go someplace and learn things that they need to learn to be men, this might be the program that we can set up. We could set up GoFundMe pages. We can just start setting it up, start pulling our kids out. Once the Boy Scouts see this drastic numbers and this concept of Adventure Men program popping up all over in various neighborhoods, in various states, that they'll see that we strongly want a Boy Scout program or some type of men program that is strictly focused and catered solely to men. We're not disrespecting women. We know that we have mothers and aunts and grandmas and sisters and everything else. But this program is strictly for boys to become men. And I do believe there's enough of us that feel that a program like this should still exist. So if you believe that, please leave a comment, share this video, tell me what you think. Like I said, it's something that I thought about, but I can't do it by myself. I was hoping that there would be a program available so that if we were blessed to have a son, it would be a program he could go to. But at this point, I know the Boy Scouts will not be there at this time if they keep going at this rate. There's a lot of fathers saying, I'm pulling my child out of that program because it's very confusing. If I had a son in the program right now, I would pull him out. And just like I'm drawing out as an assistant scoutmaster, I don't want to lose out on being able to help and reach other boys, but I do have to focus on my family. So I'm just putting this out there, and I'm hoping that someone says, you know what, this is a good idea. While it's hot and heavy and heated topic right now, let's run with it. And I think this could be something that we could make a movement. If you agree, if you like, if you don't like, whatever, please comment, please share. I like to hear what you think. Thank you and have a good one. Be safe. Bye-bye.